So I think I've worked it out. If we think back to the Capuchins and again just analyse human behaviour in that kind of test lab environment, so again stick a couple of humans in a box and just cameras on them and just obviously interfere with them, and you've got a a live action version of such, haven't you? It's obviously potentially grossly unethical, but there you go. So the way, of course, it works is you make the inference. Because the medication has a sort of, you can call it sort of a Novocaine-like effect, so the inference is less painful, the inference then comes out, and of course you laugh. But laughing in primate hierarchies is a dominance move, isn't it? You're above anyone and everything because you're totally disinhibited, your teeth are bared, you don't care about anything else, and you're not expecting aggression, so you're totally open because you're in total command of the situation. If the person you're dealing with is resentful or that they're the target of the laugh, and that's hostile, and of course they attack you. So obviously you can do Socrates-like inferences at in instant speed via AI, via computers. So there's a scary inference to make with a data center. But if you make these kind of run-on sentences, I mean, again, it's actually a problem. So you can make the case to our guys that with enforcement Skynet being built in Birmingham by me, you've got to think about these inferences whether you like it or not. Bolton's defence review, of course, is good. We've got somebody looking at that. But if this guy is even remotely a wet, it's a problem for Rupert. But again, the good thing is they've got political advisors whether they like it or not. So the general view is we are back to the age of our civilization, be sensible, but that doesn't mean don't be highly aggressive. So, well, in my case anyway, so go at them. But you do that basically by doing the ixnay stuff in terms of governance. So you prove you can do it, you've got the CV, you've got the background, deny it, try it. They aren't. So the inference, again, whenever you start to make it casually, because you can do this freeform. Oh right, okay, I upload document to nuclear weapon protected Amazon Web Servers or whatever they are, or whoever runs them these days. These can't be taken out, the data's in the cloud, time, date, and what the rummy's going to say about it. In terms of their nonsense, we've made it clear we're talking Parvini-esque terms, right? So David Parvini says, oh, I'm very offended, naughty, very offensive, very inflammatory. We're talking about national security, moron, we don't care. So all her behaviour does is in terms of going on the attack, is just destroys her more. So if you attack illegitimately in terms of Christian ethics, you lose. Because your fellow men look at this and say, oh right, that wasn't reasonable, was it? So in legal proceedings, this woman is declaring that I can be stabbed to death in a Birmingham masonette for, I don't even know what they're paying, 30,000 quid a year, because my worth to David Fern, another degenerate psychopath, was a green light on a laptop, and his own professional reputation, walking into a Birmingham law firm and explaining who I was as his employee. And I ain't going to give the guy any help. So if you want a place to bust really, really low-grade corrupt people, this is why it's basically the Death Star run. We're giving anybody who wants it, a whole nest of these characters. Go and interview them, have a chat with them, have tea or coffee, stick a drone in their face, ask them serious questions, get police in as I've been telling them to do, find me a solicitor so we can do personal legal proceedings. Once again, they've made it totally clear to them, the problem is executive function. You make complicated written statements via clear run-on inferences. The inferences land on legally actionable statements that have a criminal law and indeed pounds and pence value. We're talking with some gentlemen about more entrepreneurial pursuits, but you can connect the two. So of course you couldn't really be entrepreneurial in a compliance role. You had to play it straight. This is not for any kind of pecuniary advantage. But if my colleague's going to train me in terms of business ventures, then we'll do something totally unconnected to Birmingham, nothing to do with these idiots. We'll try totally different skill sets. And again, my free time will still be donated, as I say, to prosecuting and putting them into a box. So I think at the moment it is new entrepreneurial pursuits. We write about their corruption. We actually sit down with the police if they ever turn up and we can actually work out the law. We speak to a solicitor if one can actually be summoned in the British legal system. Until then, we sort of live in the cyberpunk dystopia with the sort of women who like that sort of stuff.